Thundercats. Thundercats drama. Woo!
Thundercats drama? Why?
Welcome back to yet another Lio Convoy live stream. We got some fun things to talk about today. So, first of all, I apologize. I could have sworn I set this stream for 7:15, which means I wouldn't have been late. But apparently I goofed and I set it for 7 because I am dumb. I got, of course, with me my child, my dear, dear daughter, Opal. Say hi to everybody, Opal.
Stop talking shit about me in chat, guys.
Oh, come now. Nobody's talking bad about you.
They were the other day.
No, that was somebody very confused. Calm down, calm down. Okay, so we got some things to talk about today. We're going to talk about a gamut of things. You guys are welcome to, of course, ask any questions you want. But we are going to start out with Thundercats drama, because why not have that but to talk about that? Okay, so I have a gentleman who follows me on his channel who goes by the name of Ratchet Farms. And he has been fighting the good fight on the Super 7 and Brian Flynn Instagram accounts. And what he's been doing is challenging everything Brian's been saying. Jackal Claus, my Twitter has been gone since May because Twitter banned me for subverting a ban that they lifted in August of 2019. That's why. Missy, I never said you're not my kid. I just said that Opal is my daughter. But moving on. Okay, so... Well, yes, you can go fight Missy later. Anywho, what Rapture Farms did, or Rupture Farms, what he did was he challenged Brian Flynn, and what he got out of him was, if I can pull this doggone picture up, oh, there it is, top. It's going to be a little bit hard to read. I apologize for that. I can't get it much bigger. But Brian Flynn basically says if 20,000 of these things are ordered, he can drop the price to $200. So from $450 to $200, he can magically drop it if 20,000 are sold. Now, as much as I do not like Hasbro Plus or Hasbro Pulse or them crowdfunding things because they are a Fortune 500 company, Super 7 doing it's a lot less scummy in principle. And the Razor Crest was 28,000 people who got it, I think. And it was around 350 for a bigger thing. Has my wife gotten fan art before? No, because she doesn't have a quote-unquote OC yet, because a certain child and I have not worked on that yet. Anywho, so...
I'm trying.
he's admitted that if you order a lot, he can drop the price. Now, how you can magically drop the price, I don't know. I'm not an economist. I'm just a random nerd on the internet. I am a massive fan of Godzilla stuff, John Anthony. A massive fan of Godzilla stuff. Let's see here. Super 7 is also doing Ultimates on Transformers. Yes, we're talking about that today. So here's the different topic, right? We're going to talk about, we just talked about this. All right. So then we're going to talk about this Ultimate Transformers from Super 7. And then we are going to transition to talking about Madsaki. Madsaki is a prevalent modern artist. But first and foremost, we're going to go into Super 7's Transformer stuff. So real quick, dear child of mine, Opal.
What?
Why do people like Transformer toys?
Because they remind them about when they were a kid.
True, but what specifically about them do they enjoy the process of? What is
Building them and transforming them?
Transforming them, right? Transforming Transformers. So, Super 7 announced they are doing Ultimates, and it's on the screen now. Now, the Ultimates Transformers do not transform. Yes, Laser Kid, they are basing it on something of Action Master relation. That's why Bonsaitron's part of the first wave. Now, there are already in market, and they have been in the past, Transformers that don't transform. Back in the 90s, we had Action Masters, which had transforming weapons or vehicles that the Transformers were in. And, of course, we had the Transformers Red line, which I'm going to be doing a review of Wave 1 here, hopefully within the next few weeks. Having a few health issues, but, you know, I'm going to ignore them and power through, because that's what I do. Anywho, so Brian Flynn put out today that he is doing these Ultimates Transformers. Now, the Thundercat Ultimates are around $50. These are $55 each. And I want you to see what the packaging looks like. This is Optimus Prime. This is what he's going to look like when it comes to all of this. He comes with a toy-accurate head, he comes with a little Spike Witwicky, and he comes with a basketball and a surfboard because of 2 episodes where he uses one. So Brian's trying his best to do the whole, hello there, fellow kids. I remember having this in part of a cartoon too. So we have that, right? But when you take a look at him, take a real hard look at him. He seems to have articulation one way with the elbow. He has articulation in the knees. He does not seem to have articulation in the upper leg, that I can tell. I might be wrong here. Maybe there is some clearance there. Maybe they work some magic. But the knees are also single jointed. The elbows are single jointed. The accessories are, well, kind of basic. And they're not even doing any action-like poses here, right? And I have the red Optimus Prime in my hand right now. So his big selling point is, guys, these are big. They're 7 inches tall. So I want to make some point here, right? I decided to do a comparison. So what I did was I took the red Optimus that's currently on shelves. Oh, wrong one. And I took a picture of him next to the Super 7 Lion-O. Now, the red Optimus Prime is 1 inch shorter than Lion-O. And that Lion-O is going to be the size of the Ultimate's Optimus Prime. Now, Opal, this silly-looking Optimus I have on screen, do you know how much he costs?
Probably like 400 something.
No. Thankfully, no. This is a retail figure. It costs $15.
Oh.
Has almost as many accessories. Is only 1 inch shorter. This man wants 4 times as much for a 1 inch taller figure.
I want this guy in the server. I want to talk to him.
Brian Flynn is never going to come in the server. We will not be able to bully him. I am very sorry. And you're right, guard convoy. The only way his hips have joints is a slide down ball joint. Also, Thomas the Tank Engine is lame. Haha. Anywho, but yes, it's bad, Opal. It is bad.
Whenever you talk about this guy, I always just get like upset because he's trying to suck the life out of like the fandom, and I'm not even part of the fandom. But if he did this to FNAF, I would hate him. So I understand.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure one day he will release FNAF Ultimates.
No, go away.
They'll be $70, 6 inches tall, and you'll have to wait 3 years before you get them in hand.
You stay away from my people.
Anybody who's trying to sell you that Super 7 is just itty-bitty, tiny little mom-and-pop company, I'm sorry, they have too many licenses for that. They literally just got a Transformer license after a Disney license. And the thing is, he's not even being smart about the Disney license he acquired. He got, like, random ones. So he has the license for Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. He has a license for Prince John from Robin Hood. If he was really smart, he would have gotten the license for the entire Disney afternoon. And the reason why I say that is, let's say you are spending $45 a figure. I have an easier time swallowing $45 a figure if I had like an Ultimates Darkwing Duck that was well made, had a slew of accessories. That would be freaking rad. But no.
That's the thing I notice a lot is because I haven't seen a lot of Darkwing Duck figures. I bet you can make an actual mountain with the amount of Transformer figures there are.
You actually could by the end of G1 to begin with. That was 1984 to 1990. So yeah. Now, I want to go ahead and go back and talk a little bit more about these Ultimate Transformers. I want to tell you the lineup here. All right, so from left to right, we have Bonsaitron. Then we have Ghost Starscream. Not regular Starscream, Ghost Starscream. That's why he's translucent, because he was a ghost in a few episodes, which, is kind of funny. Then we have Optimus Prime, and we have Bombshell. Now, are they 100% animation accurate? No, not really. Are they 100% toy accurate? Well, no, not really. So I don't really know what they're getting at here. They're not even technically Action Master accurate, because Action Master Optimus Prime looked quite a bit different. It had some different paint decos around the windows. So it's kind of goofy. He's trying his best to, I guess, acquire every 80s property over some period of time. So, hold on here. I don't want my friend Dusan to miss out on the fact that we're about to talk about Madsaki, because he's been pissed about that dude for like a month now. Opal, you've been asked a question. Would you like to answer it?
Oh, what is it? Let's us see. Where is it? So, Miss Opal Convoy, what fandoms do you like? I think all fandoms are pretty bad, but the things that I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I like Danganronpa. I like Miku. I like Powerpuff Girls. I like Freddy Freaker. I like Honey Pop. I like a lot of things.
My child is absolutely a Zoomer, and that's okay. I'm glad she enjoys things.
Also known as autistic.
That is not even. That doesn't even correlate. It's not synonymous at all.
All of the things that I like can be put into that category.
I'm gonna get demonetized.
I have the pass.
You do, but I don't. It's my channel. God, Lio, your existence is demonetized. Yes, and don't worry, guard convoy. One day we will get on and make fun of Macaroni and the people who currently enslaved that license.
Also, I'm Opal Convoy now.
Jack of all claws says, "Hey, I can relate. I'm autistic. No joke. We don't disparage the autistic on this channel. I actually really don't like that. I disparage people for their bad decision making and their lack of morals, not for things they can't control."
I did not disparage nobody.
Well, I mean, yes, you do. Yes, you
What, are
do.
you saying I'm a bad name?
What?
Never mind. These chat will not get the Opal yet.
In time. Here's an interesting question. If they get G.I. Joe, will it be closer to the original 80 Joes or worse garbage? Worse garbage. You want to know why this is going to be worse garbage? Because you're going to have a bunch of doggone idiots excusing every single bad thing that happens with it and telling you that, well, you should be grateful. You should be grateful that you have this thing. Here's the thing. Who here has seen Oniko Joe's 90s Kid cartoon? It was a good show. It was a good show. The 90s were the best. That's what these people are for 80s. Like, I love the 80s. I really do. Is it the best decade of animation? I don't think there really is one, except for maybe the Golden Age. Like, actual, original Golden Age, early Disney, Fleischer Studio, stuff like that. They're using the Ukrainian Photoshop models for Transformers. Doggone it, Dusan. Ah, you're right. You're right. Apparently, yes. Dusan, you can tick that up in another one of your Dusan was right counters. All right, so we're actually, now that thinking of your wife, an Inuyasha fan character, you can draw whatever you want for my wife as long as it's not sexual. I'm sure she will love it. Mainframe Donkey Kong is clearly the best cartoon. I have a friend named Baiji who would 100% agree with you. 100%. Vinkman, I'm a real Ghostbusters fan, and Super 7 ever put RGB Ultimates, I wouldn't touch them with a 10-meter kettle prod. I know one company did those recently. I can't remember which one it was, but they looked really neat, but the price turned me away completely.
Why do none of you old people like Powerpuff Girls?
Because a lot of people my age stopped watching cartoons after the 80s for some reason. I don't know why, but they didn't. Based on
you did too.
No, I didn't stop watching cartoons. What are you talking about?
We only talk about the 80s one.
That's because that's my center of focus. I mean, do you watch cartoons from the past couple years?
Have I watched cartoons in the past couple years? Like, really, only like one.
Do you talk about it?
I talk about how bad it is.
Okay. I do like a lot of cartoons from the 90s and the 2000s. Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
I am derailing.
Yes, you are, but that's okay. Retro Blasting said it best. They look like Fortnite avatars. Yes, the new G.I. Joes do. Also, sorry for inferring Opal as Opal Convoy was cringeworthy. I just thought that since she's Lio's kid, it'd be nice to refer to her with that title would be. I literally renamed her to Opal Guerra in our server. Okay, that's my real last name.
That?
Yes, it's funny. It is funny.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
I do not find it cringe. I thought it was funny.
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the main reason, despite being lovable, that Opal is here, and the reason why I made sure Dusan was around. We're going to talk about Madsaki's Masters of the Universe art that's been put out recently. Now, Madsaki is I believe a Japanese immigrant. Autistimus Prime, Lio, what do you think of Earthrise Scorponok? He's fun. He's a Japanese immigrant, and apparently, although not really understanding English, he watched He-Man and Masters of the Universe when he was a kid. So what he's done, right, and I know Dusan's going to give me grief for this. I understand what he's getting at with his art for Masters of the Universe. I just don't think it's very good, and I think it's very presumptuous, as though we need to be spoken down to. Yes. So here is some of his work, and we're of course going to zoom in on a little bit of it here in a bit. But here, this comes from. Oh, hold on, wrong image. I grabbed the wrong one. Where did I put a hot compare? At the bottom here, work with me, OBS. At the bottom here, we have Emilio's art for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, primarily for Filmation promotional art for the DVD sets and for art prints, right? So he has the entire listing of Heroic Warriors. He has the entire listing of the Evil Warriors. What Madsaki did was he went over it in, I'm guessing, colored pencil and pen or crayon. And what he's done is he's I get what he's getting at. What I mean by that is he's trying to invoke the childish nature of when you're a kid and you're just getting an art, you trace over images you like, and then you build from there. And he put goofy little. I'll show you a close up a little. Emiliano. Okay, Emiliano. I am so sorry for offending a guy who's not here, but he's also added some really goofy details that we'll get into a little bit later. But my point of contention with this is twofold. Number one, it's trying to be really high art concept in terms of like the art world on a property that does not fit within that range. And secondly, why is he doing it with established art that belongs to somebody else and maybe even be owned in rights by another group? I don't really know the rights issue there. But what I'd like to do is let's go ahead and zoom in on it. Okay, so here we have the Heroic Warriors. And the weird thing I wanted to point out here is what he does to primarily He-Man and Skeletor's eyes. He does it to some of the others as well. But look what he did to He-Man's face.
Why?
He did 2 black dots that are dripping down and just a little smiley face. And the dripping eyes are something pretty common in his work that I've noticed here, specifically with this stuff. But it's just, if like a 12-year-old did this, I'd get it. You know, that's how kids grow and learn. And there's obvious differences. He's been very sloppy on this. I get it. But just why He-Man? And why is Mattel promoting this? It gets a little weirder than that, right? It gets a little weirder than that. So, Opal, you are an art critic. You like the arts, and you get very mad when people don't criticize art the way you want it criticized. So tell me, what is your personal opinion about all this?
Well, before I say that, I have a theory as to why who is it, Mattel?
Yes.
Isn't saying anything about it?
Well, they're promoting him. They're promoting it.
It's because this isn't like really anything horribly offensive. It's something that they've already approved with a new coat of paint. They're the only real backlash that could happen could be to the artists themselves and not to the company.
Well, the thing is, like, again, Mattel is actively pushing this guy and promoting his products.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, they could just ignore him. But they've done a little bit worse here. So I'm talking like the art itself. What are your thoughts on the art itself?
I think so. From what I'm seeing, I'm pretty sure this is spray painted.
Well, I'm talking about not the action figure. We're gonna get into that. I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and.
I'm looking at the drawings that you have up.
That's not spray paint, kiddo. That's like colored pencil.
Oh, why is his eyes like that?
Because he used a pen and he just colored it in, and dripped it.
Well, that's stupid. Then what? Then your aesthetic is getting all fucked up. Then what's the point? Why would you do that unless it's just spray paint? I'm not a fan of it, mostly because, like I've said this before, there's nothing like new in this. I can't eat this. Like, I can't bite into this. I think that it is a worse version of already existing art, and like, sure, it might have a point, but maybe instead of completely tracing over it, you draw really shittily like a kid, but make it so it's recognizable. But then the fanboys wouldn't buy it. So.
Well, they're not buying it anyways. But he's done this also with several of the mini comics, like you'll see here. This is the Buzzsaw Hordak mini comic, and he did this with the cover. This is like an internet crap post. Like He-Man's got a smile and the Sorcerer's got a frown, and this is goofy. This is goofy. Jack of all claws also says, I have an idea of what Mattel could do. Hire Opal. Her art's probably better. It is objectively better. I love Opal's art.
No, it'd be too girl.
Yes, we need to conceptualize a She-Ra cartoon done by Pastel Opal. It would be adorable, and there would be Five Nights at Freddy's somewhere in the series.
Twitter would like it because I wouldn't make them all tiny.
Oh, God, don't you start that. All right, so we covered the art itself, like the actual paper art, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other work he's done. So I don't know if he commissioned this specifically or if he bought the original that was made years ago, but there's a life-size He-Man and Battle Cat. And what Madsaki did was he decided, come on, work with me here, OBS, I clicked on the wrong thing. He decided to cover it in graffiti. And I can understand where he could come from here, like say the spray paint is permanent marker, and of course if you're a kid you're going to shove the permanent marker in tiny little spots like the eyes and it's going to drip down or whatnot. Some kids, if they wanted to emulate battle damage, they would use a red marker and color it on a character's arm. Rah, he got cut. But this is like hoodlum stuff. Like,
how many statues? Like, is there copies of these statues?
No, this is the only one that I'm aware of.
And it was originally just a normal statue.
Yes. And again,
okay.
this is not this. I'm not completely sure if this is a copy of that statue or if this is the original statue and he bought it.
If it is the original statue and he bought it, then I hate him.
Oof.
That is the lore of part of the He-Man history, and he's scribbling all over it like a baby. Well, guess what, guy? You're not a baby. You are a man who's allowed to have spray paint legally, and you can't do that.
Now, to add insult to injury, what Mattel decided to do is, we can sell that. So they made an oversized, not to the size of this, but like a foot-tall He-Man figure and Battle Cat figure, which is the first time they've had a Battle Cat that size. And they decided we're going to sell it to collectors. And here it is. And they changed the colors completely, made him bright neon. He's all glow in the dark. And they wanted like as much as Super 7 wanted for that Thunder Tank, I believe. I think they wanted $450 for this. A foot-tall He-Man on a foot-tall Battle Cat that has bleeding black eyes.
Do we like Spider-Man?
I like Spider-Man.
It's okay.
Looks like Skeletor broke into a He-Man museum and Joker as a statue. Was he playing a Prince song while doing so? Because if so, respect. And Opal's not going to get that, but it's okay.
I'm mad.
You have every right to be.
It is because of the statue.
Well, again, I'm not sure if he bought it or if it's a copy or what, but this is what Mattel's backing, because I guess they want to pretend like they're in the high art world, and it just don't work. It don't work. At least Lio saying nice with my hero. Oh, you mean Spider-Man? I like Spider-Man. I read a lot of Spider-Man comics when I was a kid. Granted, my first Spider-Man comic being the fourth part of Kraven's Last Hunt probably didn't do me any favors, but I enjoy it.
Your fandom stressed me out.
How do you think I feel? I'm the lone voice in the wilderness saying this all sucks and nobody wants to listen half the time, except for my loving audience that I appreciate every day.
I don't even know these people, and I think, like, this is... One, it's just ugly. Like, just look at it. It's just really ugly. You would have to have a lot of context as to why he even looks like that to want to buy that. Why? Why?
Guard Convoy says Juggalo He-Man. Okay, fair.
Juggalo He-Man.
See here.
I would buy that.
$55 for TF Ultimates. Yes, Grim, they want $55 for those abominations. reboot He-Man, but it's the Adventures of Fisto. I would watch that. Fisto is rad. Maybe it's a Jim and a hologram. Sorry, I don't think that's a crossover that's gonna work. He-Man and Jim and the holograms. I don't think that would do it. Somebody here, I don't remember who, asked my opinion about Godzilla versus King Kong. I'll let you know when the movie comes out, or rather when I watch it. Then I'll give you my opinion. Monkey fight lizard.
They should make Donkey Kong versus Bowser.
Oh god.
Oh yes, I like Mario as well.
Okay, so it's Missy Drip. Not even Transformers Prime figures cost $50. What the actual heck? You're right. I think the closest to that was the Voyager class. I think they were 35. The quote Gosei from Power Rangers Megaforce. There's a simple explanation for that. Explosion. Agreed. My opinion of the movie: monkey. All right, monkey. Reject truck. Embrace monkey. Future Further One says Future Powerpuff live action edgy 2050.
If that happens, I'll probably have like arthritis or whatever, and I'll be mad.
You're gonna go up to the mountains where I retired and be like, Dad, I understand now, and I'm angry.
They've ruined everything.
Hey, Lyle, have you ever watched any of Omni Viewer's videos? I'm not familiar. Let me do a real quick search to see if I can take a look at that person's work. Omni Viewer.
Hello, ladies.
Go away. 14.5k subs.
Turn off that pesky ad block.
Oh, he covers a lot of kaiju stuff. That's neat. Maybe I'll check his stuff out a little bit later. Let's see here.
I need to eat dinner at some point.
I had a guy just comment on my update video for Wave 2 of Thundercats, and his comment is, man, I just came across your channel, and you've got to be one of the most annoying people on YouTube. Grow up, man. Move on if you can't wait. I said, have you ever considered just driving off a cliff? Get an actual argument, cretin. Y'all go find out. Everybody go find out sooner or later. These hands are ready to eat for everyone. Talk to Nappa about Mothra and he will love you forever. Mathura, yeah, Mathura. Kaiju is the Lyo is the kaiju of the highest caliber, straight from Evangelion. I hate Evangelion, and I hate you for saying that. Hopefully Opal doesn't become a young Lyo. I shudder to think of the toy company that messes with her favorite cartoons. That's why she should.
Yeah, and then I already have one.
Hold on. Michael Bassett, how much are they charging for this? For the art prints, $120. For this action figure on screen, $450. Thank you, Large Truck Outside, for showing everybody that you're a large truck outside. I'm sure all my viewers appreciate hearing you.
I bet everyone in the chat is thinking how cool that loud truck is.
Probably. But Baby Godzilla, though, which one, Missy? Are we talking about Baby Godzilla from Heisei, or are we talking about Minya?
We're talking about you.
No, I am not a Baby Godzilla. I'm a full-grown one. I only rise from the depths whenever something's wrong, and then I destroy everything in my path and return back to slumber.
People are gonna think you're cringy.
That's fine. I don't care. I'm talking about 80s cartoons on YouTube. If they don't think I'm cringy by now, I don't care. We're talking about Godzuki from Hanna-Barbera. Words cannot describe how much I hated that cartoon when I saw it as a kid. I know a lot of people had a lot of fondness for it, but I did not see it until like the 90s. Ooh, Doosan is posting the actual model sheets. Yeah, you're right, Doosan. They did use the wrong ones. Big surprise.
Suki.
So, yeah, I saw that, and I grew up with the actual Godzilla films. So when I saw the Hanna-Barbera one, well after the decade I should have seen it, because I wasn't around in the 70s. Hold on.
I need to make you something for your streams, because a black screen just ain't doing it.
Your mama's a black screen.
Hmm?
Nothing?
I will make your stream epic.
Uh-huh. I watched that cartoon as well. Godzuki annoyed me, and that's what Scrappy do. I think Scrappy gets a lot of hate. Leandro says, not that surprising. Lio hates Evangelion. The crap they did not understand about Christianity, something to behold. Here's the thing. I have to cover this, right? My dislike of Evangelion has nothing to do with my theological inclinations, and everything to do with the fact that I cannot stand Shinji as a character. Is a deconstruction that isn't actually a deconstruction. A deconstruction breaks down what something is and why it works the way it does, and ultimately reconstructs it in a way that makes it stronger. Evangelion is not a deconstruction. Evangelion is a role reversal. It's a pivot. Instead of the mecha pilot being a brazen young man with hot blood, he's some limp-wristed little pussy boy who doesn't want to get in the robot. And where in like Mazinger, Kabuto Koji's family left him the Mazinger as a piece of heritage for him to protect the world or rule it, whatever he chose to do. With Shinji, his dad's a madman, a maniac who abuses him, and the legacy he leaves him is ultimately a giant clone of his mom. It's weird, it's gross, and it's stupid. You want to know a good doggone mecha show? Go watch Gao Gai Gar. But enough of the Evangelion nonsense. And for the record, the best girl in that show is Misato. It's not Rei. It's not Asuka. They both got problems, and when you're an old man like me, you don't want no problems. You want a woman that has the occasional problem on the back burner. She's the best one out of all. All right, there's my hot take. Let's see here. Heisei Gamera Forever. Oh God, the Gamera trilogy. It was so good. Talking crap about Lio is fun because reasons. Anytime you're ready, guard, let's duke it out. No, Opal, don't ban him. He's actually a friend of mine. Calm down.
I didn't do nothing.
I don't know, but I'm watching.
Honey Pop.
I'm watching you. Why are you playing that degenerate game?
I am drawing it.
Thundercat King Lio Convoy. Do you believe the Thundercat? Opal, you're echoing.
No, I'm lagging.
Well, why are you even listening to the stream? You're on it. Lio Convoy, do you believe the Thunder Tank will have LED lights and light up control panel with sounds? I don't believe it'll have a control panel. Mint, Joe Mama, he's not here, sorry. I like Spike Gamera, looks scary stuff. Yes, Nightmare Gamera. We derailed about He-Man and Godzilla. This channel talks about all things nerd-related that I talk about at my time. Let's begin at Lio's Nightmare Lion drawing it there. I can put him here. I can. Don't tempt me. That thing has literally scared people before. The Desco was a good mecha show. Yeah. Godzilla Convoy has spoken. Mint, hi, yes. Regular show drop. Oh, shout out. God, somebody did an edit of regular show that had Berserk in it, and it was great. Thoughts on Ultraman? I like what I've seen, but I haven't seen too much of it. I like old school hero stuff. Will the Thunder Tank have a built-in 10 megapixel camera? I don't know. Will it have Wi-Fi, and will it serve breakfast? Lyle, what about Gurren Lagann? That is awesome. I enjoyed Gurren Lagann, but if you look at Gurren Lagann and you understand mecha, you'll realize that all three main male protagonists were supposed to be Gurren Lagann's a love letter to the mecha genre in a whole. Kamina is indicative of 70s robot protagonists. Simone is indicative of 80s robot protagonists, and the other gentleman whose name escapes me at the time, the third guy, the kind of guy, the one who wasn't too decisive, he's supposed to be indicative of 90s mecha protagonists. Have you ever played Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee? I love that game. It is so much fun. I'm more afraid of Lio the man than Lio the mascot, mainly because he'd kick my butt to Hoboken. Well, only if you do something really dumb. Ever seen Ultraman animated pilot movie that was co-produced by Hanna-Barbera? No, I have not. Now that I've said that, I'm sure it'll be in my DMs by the end of the day. Sebastian, wow, YouTuber talks about geek stuff without talking about how he hates SJWs. Probably because I know how to actually discuss things. If there's a problem in the industry, it's probably not due to somebody's political leanings. It's probably just due to the industry being dumb. For $450, the Thunder Tank better not just be a massive hunk of plastic. It will be. It will be. Missy, heck, I must draw this now. Oh, God, no. All right, so do we have any other general questions about the channel or anything else nerd-related?
What do you want me to do on his channel?
I have a fun little idea that I'll pass to you later today, Opal. You've been asked, Opal, which Looney Tunes character is your favorite one?
Dot.
Looney Tunes.
I know.
I know you were trying to give Missy grief, but no.
The rabbit.
Bugs Bunny?
Yeah. I haven't watched a lot of it. I would usually only watch it early in the morning before going to school because it was on.
John, I can't go through. Hold on, I can't go through all the comments, John. So if there's something you want me to repeat, go ahead and repeat it. But go ahead, Opal.
It was Looney Tunes and stuff would go on at the time before like Cartoon Network would start, but before or after Adult Swim ended. So there was just like a couple hours a day, like right before I would go to school with Looney Tunes in the background.
All right, let's see here from the chat. One more comment about Ultimate. It's funny how they don't display the figures in various poses, probably because they can't. If you don't mind me asking, have you done a face reveal? Not on this channel. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'll tell you what. 10K, I'll do a face reveal.
Holy shit.
Good luck. Thoughts about Jason the Wheel Warriors. That song gets stuck in my head every time I listen to it. From what I've seen in the show, it seems enjoyable, but I know it had a lot of problems in production. Mint says Lola is better than Bugs. Maybe in the Looney Tunes show, because she actually had a personality. My first mecha show was Zoids. God. There's a custom I want to do in the future. And I've been wanting to do it for like 5 years now, but I haven't had the time. Where I take a Zoid Liger, like a 1/144 scaled or 1/100 scaled Zoid Liger, and I mix that with a custom of the Gundam Maxter, and I do a He-Man Battle Cat Gundam. And everything I said to Opal just went over her head, but it's okay. Let's see here. Mal says, it always annoyed me how Godzilla Unleashed on the Wii has more monsters than the PS2 version, especially since the controls for the Wii version sucks. Eccentric Geology says, I made you look like the Darren the Lion from Dare. Well, I don't think you should do drugs, so I'll appreciate that. I stopped watching live TV because change I grow up and doesn't fit for me. Okay. Lio, have you seen Code Geass? I have. Not really fond of it. I just don't care for the main character. I don't want to get into it. He just irritates me. The first person who makes the Fisto joke gets hit in the nuts. Opal, what are your thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls reboot? Ooh, this is going to be a fun question.
The Powerpuff Girls reboot. So at first, I was really excited about it, and then I watched the first episode, and I thought, oh, this is boring. And then it kind of ended there, and then I went on Twitter, and then I went on YouTube, and I saw top 10 cartoon YouTubers having mental breakdowns about it, and I was like, okay. It was my main reaction wasn't even on the show. It was a reaction of how crazy old fans got about it. It sucked, but it was not. Just if you don't like that, then don't watch that, and then the people who make the shows will know that you don't like it, and then they'll stop making it because then you're not buying it.
All right. I had to get up at around 5 a.m. to watch Jason the Wheeled Warrior. Spirozone has a hype theme. Lio, your favorite Looney Tune... I guess my favorite Looney Tune character. My favorite Looney Tune character is Daffy Duck. Because I find him funny. Now I'm trying to get this doggone Mexican Coke opened, and I don't have a bottle opener.
Oh, you got one of those? Oh.
It came with the order.
Epic.
There we go. God, that was not fun. Why do people like this?
Because you just don't get it.
You're right. That's literally why I asked. Let's see here.
Because it's fun.
Liger Zero was cool. I never saw Zoids, but the model kits look neat. I have a couple of them. Come on. Gotta get the soda off the freaking desk now, because when I opened it, it spilled. There we go. Now we have a goal. 10K for Lio's face reveal. Correct. I enjoyed the story, but yeah, it had issues. Zoe Chaotic Century was great. Let's see here. Hey, Lyle, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested would you or Michael be in talking about The Shadow? I actually grew up listening to old school radio episodes a bit. What evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. I love The Shadow. I'm really fond of him. Actually, because I went to BronyCon to smack some people, literally that's why I went, to hit people, I decided I wanted to go a little incognito, so I went as The Shadow. So I have a Shadow cosplay. And I really enjoy the character. I find the radio plays very fascinating, very well done. Also great to listen to if you do what I do for a living. So I would love to talk more about The Shadow, but I'd like to consume more of the fiction first and foremost. Guard Convoy, I'm going to bed. Lyle, take care, you absolute angry heathen. I am an absolute angry Christian, sir. My favorite animation theme is and always will be Galaxy Rangers. I mean, it was pretty stoked. All right. Please review Funko Pops, LMAO. I would if I... Matter of fact, next time I do a sword review, I'll be sure to incorporate a Funko Pop.
My mom doxed me once again.
What are your thoughts on Powerpuff Girls Z, Thomas? I like Powerpuff Girls Z's aesthetic, but I haven't watched the show, so I couldn't tell you.
I haven't found a good English dub of it.
You never will.
So I haven't watched it.
Mint says, bold of you to assume they actually care, Opal. Oof. Mexican okay? No, Mexican Coke. Oh, hold on. How did I... Man, am I that far behind on the chat? Good lord, you guys were talking while I was gone. Let's see here. How do I feel about... Have you heard of Metabots? I have a friend that's really into it. How do you feel about Godzilla, or Kong having an axe that can handle Godzilla's breath? Well, considering the fact that, like, Kong fed Godzilla a tree in the original. Free Lyle once more per stream, correct. $2 from Venkman. Lyle Convoy, thoughts on Midnight's Edge. I enjoy some of his content. I think the guy he has on talking about He-Man doesn't know what he's talking about 9 times out of 10, and I don't think he has a real good grasp of the series. He doesn't have a real good grasp of much of anything that's going on there, and he is too hyped about a reboot or reproduction or a new show that he should not have that faith in if he had any clue what was going on. The problem with Midnight's Edge isn't so much him as a person from what I have seen, and I could be wrong here. My problem is his community, unfortunately, is shared with a lot of the other grifting idiots on YouTube. So they all fall into that square peg as much as they probably shouldn't. So a lot of people who seem to like Midnight's Edge also watch people like The Quartering or Geeks and Gamers or other mentally stunted idiots like that. So Midnight's Edge content, I think, from what I've seen, is generally okay. Just make sure you don't listen to people who rage on about XYZ people. Thank you for the information, Doosan, about Midnight's Edge being 3 people. I actually was not aware of that. I listened to their videos very sparingly. See, are they still making episodes of Teen Titans Go? I don't know. I don't keep up with that. God, this chat is going. Let's see here. Be right, getting some pizza. Who wants a slice? Sorry, you can't email pizza. I like the Adam Baldwin movie. So does my wife, so I need to watch it with her.
You can email coffee, though.
When's the video with the bird you asked me to help you with? Hopefully tomorrow. I've been having some struggles here.
Where's the crow video?
You know, you keep that up, I'm just going to put it indefinitely on the back burner. Dictator says, sweet, I'm going to hold you to that about the Funko Pops, because Funko Pops in general can be interesting, price-wise, history, limited piece stuff, etc. There are a few good Funko Pops, namely the Slimer one and most of the Hanna-Barbera line. Street Sharks! Ah, Jossum. Let's see, Mechagodzilla posing as Godzilla? Might be. Sharks are real nice, John. Anyone watching Blinky Bill? Never heard of it. Made from Gojira spine. Oof. Does Comic Tropes really think Punisher should be canceled? Okay, so let me go ahead and address this since it's been brought up by multiple people. Comic Tropes made a tweet on Twitter about how Marvel needs to either start enforcing its copyright for people who use their logo for nefarious means, or they need to retire Punisher. I get what he's getting at. Let's take this one of 2 ways. Let's say he is 100% being direct and honest, and not that I'm saying he'd be dishonest, but let's say that is 100% how he actually feels. If it is, who cares? If one guy who does really good content has the occasional bad take, why care? But if it's not, let's say he's being hyperbolic to get a point across to them. Marvel has done a lot of other things to shut down far less egregious uses of their product, to the point to where they denied a kid's tombstone having Spider-Man on it. because they wanted to make sure their brand was fit for the children, right? Let me go ahead and put up something else on the screen. There we go. Creepy lion in the corner. There you go. Considering how many police officers and militia people use the Punisher logo, or military units use the Punisher logo, if you have an understanding of the character, he's not someone you want to emulate. That's the entire point of him. He's out of control. That's why when he's pitted against Batman, he always loses when it's actually Bruce Wayne. Let's see here. The Extreme Dinosaurs had a killer theme. It was wild. Let's see here. The bird. I want to make a joke, but it's not fair. Rip, too bad. Could you do a review of a YouTuber named Prison Luke, possibly focus on drama critical YouTubers and their content? It's something I'm considering. Don't worry. Aside from Godzilla, are you a fan of other giant monsters, Lyle, like Gamera? I love Gamera. I do love Gamera. Specifically, Heisei Gamera. I can't really say much of Millennium Gamera. We had, one film? Blinky Bill was on some random channel.
Guerrero.
You don't even know who Gamera is.
No.
He is a giant turtle, and the way he flies, he spins in circles. Lio, I will sell you a print of my Weber He-Man for $120. Sounds like a deal. Sure, Joe. Matter of fact, Joe, I'll tell you what. If I buy you another box of them candies, how about you send one my way? Should people emulate the Shadow? The Shadow has special skills and abilities you don't, so no. Hey, just saw the Thunder Tank BS. $450. Are you effing kidding me? This thing better be made of goddamn gold with diamonds for eyes. I agree. Let's see here. Anyone know of any Street Shocks and dinosaurs that have crossovers? No. Dinosaurs. Actually, I have a friend that I want to bring on in the near future to talk about dinosaurs. Dog City, done by Jim Henson. Decent. Road Rovers was interesting. Disney didn't want... Yeah, because Disney owns Marvel. $5 from Vincent. I only watch Midnight Sets live stream. Michael French is on. Yeah, that's primarily when I watch their live streams too. But some of the conversations from other people make my brain hurt. I don't disagree. Let's see here. I remember my first legit kaiju film I saw was Godzilla vs. Mothra. My first Godzilla film was Godzilla in 1985. Personally, my favorite Midnight Edge video is the Phantom one. Phantom History one. I'll have to take a look at that then. Gamera, friend to all children. Yes. Ever heard of Power Masters? Of course I've heard of Power Masters. Now the Transformers by failed toy line, it's like Mask and Joe. It had 80s cartoon, but no one remembers it. Only clips of the cartoon. Oh, they're talking about that Power Masters. I didn't see much of that one. Sorry. Let's see here. I love Thundercats, but not as much as other people. $450. Pass, hard pass. You can get a backpackless Thunderwings Lion-O, one of the rarest Thundercat figures, for $450. If your modern stuff is outpricing vintage, there's a problem. Imagine if the Shadow and the Phantom had a crossover they haven't already. I love the Phantom too. I love some of those old pulpy heroes. I think would be a great idea for an actual crossover that doesn't suck. The Phantom and Indiana Jones. Leandro, but a Punisher is someone you should not emulate. Why are writers like Arth Jones says they write this as the most awesome guy ever who is willing to do his hands dirty? You can believe someone's awesome without thinking they should be emulated. I'd have to look at Garth Ennis' specific statements there because I know he wrote Punisher Max, but you can think that the character is awesome and the concept is cool without thinking you should emulate them. So Comic Tropes is cool. Comic Tropes is a good channel. The intro he has for it now is done by Harry Partridge, so obviously good. Dr. Dictator, especially in recent Prison Mate Luke, specifically him being the adult in the situation where he had two kids arguing on the internet. He decided to take one kid's side, other side made to look evil. If you're an adult and you see two kids arguing, you should smack them both and get them in line. As Opal would know, I do that regularly. Care for anything from Jim Henson? If so, what's your favorite show movie? I mean, cards on the table. My favorite thing Jim Henson did was the Ninja Turtle costumes. I do love Jim Henson. I value him as a creator. I think he did fantastic work for Sesame Street, fantastic work for The Muppet Show. His creative ability is untouchable in his specific field. But the man had moral failings that are beyond the pale to me. So I love his work. I will appreciate and give proper respect to that without question, but as a person, I didn't really care for him. Let's see here. It's stupid. It's actually stupid. I hate the state of collecting these days for modern. Also, the Phantom and Indiana Jones would be awesome. Jeff, this is the channel for you. Missy, are you going to be in Senate VC after this? Sure. My first monster movie, Jack of all trades, memory was seeing bits of the 33 King Kong film that was also terrified by Jekyll and Hyde as a kid. I was terrified by the movie and the video game. Sebastian, hey, Lyle, as a Christian, I was wondering if you were considered doing a video on a channel called Little Light Studio, specifically on when they say My Little Pony is demonic. I've never heard of them, but I'll look at them. Let's see. Opal, draw Indiana Jones wearing a Phantom mask stat. Opal doesn't know. She doesn't know who the Phantom is, Joe.
Can I make him a woman?
Oh my God, no. Let's see here. Imagination Persona. Which Spider-Man series you like most, Lyle? The 90s, bar none. Spectacular Spider-Man. Like, bar none. My favorite. Bob Bassett Blake. The only Phantom I know of is a French comic book that had a futuristic adaptation, Phantom 2040. I don't think the Phantom was French. I'd have to double check. But no, that is the Phantom we're talking about. They said for eulogy, my man got to meet Stan Lee and the creator of Punisher at a young age. Fair. Thoughts about Dark Crystal. I recall it being a good film. Moral failings. Grim. We'll talk about it in Senate VC. TLDR, what's our current topic? Right now, just generally anything. We're talking about general nerd stuff, fool guy. Fraggle Rock, dinosaurs, and the old Labyrinth movie. Ugh, need to stop. I have to draw. Fraggle Rock is wild. Usagi Yojimbo Thundercats crossover. No. As much as I love both properties, they would not cross over well. Without Spider-Man, a tokusatsu formula would not exist. Maybe. Whole Punisher Twitter drama is stupid. Yeah, most comic drama is. I used to watch Phantom along with VR Troopers. Oh my God, VR Troopers. Let's not talk about that. Yes, ponies that encourage good moral values and use, magic pony magic? Clearly the work of the devil. His hands down, call a priest and get the exorcism ready. Oh no, I think some bronies could use an exorcism. Jack of all claws. Yeah, Jack of all claws, right. The Phantom was a woman at one point, but what Joe asked was a drawing of Indiana Jones with the Phantom mask. So, haha. The first time watching the Phantom was Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. No, Phantom was a French phrase. I didn't think so. American McGee's Alice, the Hollowed Knight would make a great crossover, in my opinion. Interesting. Opal. The Phantom is about a man in the 1500s who lost his family, I believe, to pirates. Wound up stranded on an island and has dedicated his entire life to fighting piracy and all forms of evil. They call him the ghost that walks and the man who never dies because the way he lives forever is literally just by having kids. He has kids, he trains them, they take over the mantle, and they take over when the previous one dies or retires. It's really neat. It's a neat concept. He also is older than Superman and Batman and all those things.
Wow.
Yeah. And the guy who worked on Opal worked on it until he died. Literally on his deathbed, writing Phantom comics. So really good dedication. Dr. Dictator, oh God, I just realized Lionel Funko Pops alone cost hundreds of dollars in the secondhand market and is vaulted. Yes. Jeff, all right, Lyle, good stuff. You take care and have a nice night, everyone. Take it easy. Thank you. You too, Jeff. Let's see here. They're not Samurai Pizza Cats. The legendary ninja cats. The dub was Samurai Pizza Cats, and frankly, it makes more sense to call them Samurai because they wear yoroi and they carry the swords properly. Yeah, creating the illusion that he's an immortal man. Yes, I dig that stuff. This is the first anime you ever watched. Mine is either Dr. Slump RL or Saint Seiya. I can't remember. What the first one I saw was likely either Voltron or Superbook. Lio and Opal, you guys' thoughts on Alice in Wonderland? We're talking about the cartoon?
Like the movie from Disney?
Random Pool Guy, how dare you disregard VR Troopers? I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers, so I grew up watching them instead. Grim Lord is a national treasure. It's less of me devaluing them and more of me just like, when I saw that as a kid, I'm just like, this just does not appeal to me. That and, what is it? One that appealed to me for a little bit was Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Good God. I remember Superbook, I do too. First anime I ever watched was either 8-Man Sailor Moon or Speed Racer. Fun fact, Power Rangers copied Filmation Space Sentinels. I don't know about that. Literally just don't know. Truth is, real-life samurai were actually jerks. Most people in the warrior class of any generation, of any culture, tend to be jerks. That's just the truth of the matter. And it's fine. Sailor Moon. Okay, so I got introduced to Sailor Moon on the USA Action Extreme Train in 1997. I would sneak down at 6:30 in the morning to watch it. And the reason why I say sneak down is because my old man told me years ago when I was much younger, son, if I ever find out or suspect you're gay, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill myself, and I'll send us both to hell. So I'm like, all right, I really like the show, but if my old man sees it, he's going to think I'm gay. I risked life to watch Sailor Moon, and it was good, doggone it. Imagination Persona. Lio, do you think Challenge of the GoBots is a ripoff of Transformers? No, because it came before Transformers. Gridman Baby Dan Dan. Power Rangers, a team of superhero teens led by a giant blue head that is a robot assistant. Venkman, $10. Thank you for the super chat. I got to meet Paul Ryan, who drew the Fantastic Four comics in the 90s and the Phantom comic strip before he died. He personalized a headshot of Ben Grimm wearing a trench coat and a hat for me. That's awesome, Venkman. That's great. There's some fan art somebody did years ago of Ben Grimm in the trench coat and Raphael in the trench coat just looking at each other in the rain. I love that piece of art. Let's not forget, Saban's best show ever, Ninja Turtles, Next Mutation. We don't talk about that. Apparently, Clownfish is doing a report on Disney wanting chimpanzee representation. Man, the land be crazy. Chimpanzee I'd have to look into that. I hope they're not misrepresenting something. The Slayers motion picture effed me up as a kid. I never saw Slayers. Heck you, Patchwork. Heck you crazy, sage burning.
Tommy.
Yeah. Heck you too. Haha. I love you, Patch. Best big screen reboot movie of 1986, Transformers, or big screen robot movie, Transformers movie, Robotech movie, or GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords. All came out Transformers the movie, hands down in my opinion. To be fair, Sailor Moon was really good, especially the original manga. I don't disagree. Are you planning on reviewing Transformers Earthrise? Yes, but I have to watch it first. Eric Sanchez says, Opal, your actual daughter in every way that counts. Random Pool Guy, Beetleborgs versus Monster Squad. Who wins? Beetleborgs because they had a better theme song. And they had like a goofy clown dude. Ghost person. Patchwork, did you hear what they did to Etrigan? Please tell me they didn't hurt Etrigan. Like, I'm not fond of demons, but that one's at least funny. Vero says, met the original Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin and got his autograph. I also had 2 cells from the old Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Neat. Vero, did you know that he's missing a finger? Magic Persona, I didn't grow up with the original TMT. I did watch the 2000 series, though. I prefer the 2000 series, honestly. Hello, Bab. What are your thoughts on Jenica? A lot of people are really hateful of the character, but from what I've seen, she doesn't seem that egregious. Adding an additional turtle isn't some horrible thing or some terrible coincidence. At least they built up to her. Why am I getting a text saying that Zantac is recalled? How old do these people think I am? Lio Opal, thoughts on Alice, like book, dark version? Yes, I never read the book.
Me neither. Or I've never read the book. All I really know is the Disney movie.
Which Doctor from Doctor Who would you want in a Thundercats crossover? None. I don't watch Doctor Who because he doesn't solve enough of his problems with violence. And the pool guy. It's all about the style. Style wins. Yes, if you can't win in style, what's the point in winning? Landlord, chimps are crazy. I much prefer gorillas and orangutans. Yes, because a gorilla will kill you quickly. What did you think of G.I. Joe, the movie? I enjoyed it in principle. I enjoyed it as a popcorn film, but God, it does not gel with the rest of the series. Like, revealing that Cobra Commander is really from some ancient race of snake people. I mean, in the original comic, he was a used car salesman that turned to terrorism, but that's wild. Patrick McCarthy, Etrigan is inside Detective Chimp now. That has got to be a mess. Why did they do that? Opal, have you seen the new re-release Alice in Wonderland Funko Pops from yesterday? Opal, apparently you're the Alice in Wonderland person now.
Do I like Alice in Wonderland?
I don't know, do you?
I like I said, I don't really know much about like the deep lore of Alice in Wonderland.
Lyle likes Etrigan. Cool. Tangentially, I'm not going to pick up single issues about him, but I've seen him in various comics. I've seen him in Spectre. I've seen him in Batman. I love Spectre. Did you ever grow up with Legos? If so, which was your favorite? All the Legos I had were like basic assortment Legos, and I always got mad because I would build like Lego boats and submarines, and the boats never floated, and it made me mad. Very simple child. I was once a man. A man. This I command! The first time I got introduced to Etrigan was in Justice League Animated Series. I missed that series. It was a good show. There was a Dark Alice in Wonderland game. I've heard about it. I saw it in Walmart when I was a kid. Never really appealed to me, though. Yeah, blue skin. Yet the show showed him with normal skin and normal eyes. Interesting. Patch fell for your thing. I think out of pity.
I said Ligma water and stay hydrated.
Random pool guy. I used to sell used cars. I can understand why terrorism is a better option. Third Doctor was the most action-oriented. Dude practiced Venusian jiu-jitsu. Further one, Lio Cheshire Cat smile. No, that's the Greg smile. Sorry.
Smile. That damn smile.
If you won the Tournament of Death, what would your wish be? What am I wishing on? If it was a monkey paw, we ain't doing that. Actually, no. If we got the monkey paw, I'd wish for the rest of the monkey.
I like monkey.
Monkey. If the Doctor was portrayed as more violent, like some sort of techno wizard, would you care? Probably more. I heard salad fingers for a second. Holy crow. I don't think I have salad fingers on the channel. Oh no, the way the Tournament of Death works is the winners get one wish with no strings attached. I don't know, Patch. I'd have to think about that. That's one of those things that, God, I'd go into with a lot of sobriety. Opal, did you know the voice actor who voiced Mojo Jojo is also voiced a Cheshire Cat in the American McGee Alice in Wonderland? They really think you like. They really think you like Alice in Wonderland. That's great. We need
Yep.
We need your little pony OC drawn in the Alice in Wonderland costume.
Me bashing my head at the bottom of a big well.
Let's see. Godzilla vs. King Kong. Spoiler, Bid Wizard make Monk sick. Doesn't surprise me. Even books of Oz have politics, dark lore. Let's see here. The Doctor did commit genocide and destroy an entire universe. This is violence as it gets. Yes, but he didn't punch anybody, no pool guy. He has to punch something. Like
I have gotten a question.
Ooh, answer the question then, child.
Okay, who is better, Junko and Oshima or William Afton? Well, I'm gonna have to say Junko because she actually managed to have the entire world just be like destroyed. William Afton just kind of died and then became a furry and then made more robots, I think. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just like the animals. I just like how they sing and dance and they try to kill you.
Personally, I think Opal might
People are very, very interested in my illegal adoption status.
Really? Somebody else ask?
Yeah.
Who asked?
Bombastic Blake Diamond. Leo, have you actually legally adopted Opal?
It's something we thought about, but there's some things we'd have to look at before we ever chose that option because we'd have some legal questions there. Oh, Lio, I'm going to be a dad. Really? Fantastic. What do you think of the Japanese Transformer Headmasters, Master First, and Victory shows? The only ones I've really seen is Victory, and Victory is fantastic. It's goofy, but it's fantastic. Oh, let's see here. Pool guy said something somebody commented on. You misspelled Derpy's name. Oh, God, we're having a brony argument. Somebody save me. $5 from Venkman. Thank you again. Favorite episodes from the first 2 seasons of G1 Transformers cartoon. No, season 3 is your jam. I tried to throw you a curve. You did not throw me a curve, though. You'll have to do better. Let's see. Now the name of the episode is missed me completely. They'd be Dinobot-centric episodes. Oh, hold on. The wife just texted me. Heavy Metal War was a personal favorite. And the one with Dinobot Island.
Dino Butt Island.
Maji, thank you for the $5 super chat. I take back what I said. Opal is a little Lio, very violent child.
I've threatened at least every single person in the chat.
Let's see here. Hey, Opal, I have some old FNAF art to show you. That's great.
I give them my
Nazgoth.
@ on Twitter.
Nazgoth Azrael would take down a Granite Demon. That's fine. Spectre would whoop both of them. Patchwork says, I might be adopting a friend to get her away from my parents. I'm going to be a father. Well, be a good one then, as I'm sure you will be. Master Force is fun. It's more like Robotech than G1. I got kind of Gundam vibes from it. Also, to clarify, the placement of the genocide committed above my own is an unfortunate coincidence. Dinobot. War of the Dinobots. Thank you, Grim. God, my brain was... it's been slush today. There's only one Dinobot I recognize. I don't know. I recognize all Dinobots. I do favor the Beast Wars Dinobot, but only underneath Grimlock because I love Grimlock. Like, I understand Grimlock. Grimlock shows up, looks around and says, these things are weaker than me. Who's the one doing the biggest bad thing? I go crush him now. Like, that's my mindset on 90% of how I operate. So I understand Grimlock. I'm the child that doesn't get enough attention. Missy, you get plenty of attention, primarily about Dot Warner.
You get so much attention.
Technically, Opal, dinosaurs don't have butts. They have cloacas, which is grosser than regular butts. True. Random Pool Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. I see there's a debate on waifus. Derpy is the best pony, and Random Pool Guy's opinions are more valid than yours. My word is my bond. Well, here's what I'll tell you, Chad. If you want to argue about My Little Pony with Pool Guy and who is the best horse, you have to beat him in a fight. Good luck. Further one, Gridlock is my favorite. Yes.
I need to find something to eat because I don't feel good.
Do you want me to order you some McDonald's?
No, I'm saying I can't be on stream right now because I'm really hungry.
Okay, but you need to answer my question. Because
I said no.
You need to. Okay, do you actually want McDonald's though?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll order you some McDonald's. You go ahead and hop off, kiddo.
Well, goodbye, everybody. If you want more of me on the stream, ask, and then I'll do it because he'll have to. Okay, goodbye.
She's a good kid. Let's see here. That's fair. Grimlock is good. Yes, he is. I met Greg Berger at a con a few years back. Awesome dude, friendly, approachable. So did I. Got his autograph around here somewhere. Hot take, Barry Blue Jeans is a better leader than Optimus Prime. That bar is low and on the ground. Speaking of Grimlock, Lyle, what do you think of his portrayal in Transformers Robots in Disguise animated series? Different Grimlock. From what I understand, that's not the same as any other previous Grimlock. It's just a more common name on Cybertron now, so other characters can take it. I'm sorry for bringing it. Oh, so Underland in the conversation is not going. Don't apologize. It's all okay. It's all okay. Food crisis. Don't eat that. I dominated the last general chat stream. That's not food. Don't eat McDonald's. It's just what Opal likes, so I'm just going to give it to her. Lyle, I feel like you'd be part of the Bikers Against Child Abuse, even if you don't ride motorcycles. Correct. Are we sure Lyle isn't secretly Star Saber? Because him and Opal kind of remind me of Star and Jens. Look, I'm not saying that I am Star Saber, but he and I have not been seen at the same time in the same room. All right. Well, I've had a lot of fun. I really appreciate the super chats. Gremlin or Gremlins 2, haven't seen either of them. My focus is always going to be in animation, guys. Not so much live action. A little bit of live action I've seen, but not as much. Are you bald? I am not bald. I have way too much hair. I do have a Star Saber figure, but I'm talking about the character. I actually have the Masterpiece and the vintage Star Saber. Ha. All right, but I appreciate all the time, guys, but I'm tired, and I'm going to hop into another call and bully some children. So you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys around. Take it easy. Hold on. One last question. What weapon did Gung Ho use the most often in the 80s cartoon? His fists. He used his fists more than anything else. That's why I like Gung Ho. Would you rather Spider-Man team up with Luke Skywalker or Lilo and Stitch? Neither. And good night, everybody. Oh, have you seen Boschke's Wizards? Yes, and I enjoyed it. So many questions, but you are a goody two shoes. Star Saber or Warhammer 40k Star Saber? Regular Star Saber. Later, guys.